What is up, everybody? It's your boy Wano, and today I'm bringing you the review of the Elgato Streamdeck Mk.2. Now, this bad boy, it can do a lot, and even if you have another Stream Deck, any of the other actually for that matter, you might want to listen out to this. So essentially what this is, it's a keypad for like shortcuts. You can assign different stuff to the Stream Deck, even if that is something like changing the brightness of your monitor, or if you're streaming to change some scenes or activate some scenes or sources, or well, essentially anything you want to do with it. You can even go as far as to maybe make one of the buttons open up a Chrome tab, or maybe even open up a game if you really want to. The plugins are actually kind of endless. It's insane. Now, before I actually go into all of that and the software behind it, let me just give you a quick rundown of what you actually get in the box. So first of all, the actual casing, the quality is phenomenal, to say the least. I love how it is. And one of the biggest and weirdly coolest things that I saw was the fact that when you want to open it, you'll see that it has like the cutout on the side, right there. It's a very small thing. I know it's insignificant, but you know how many times I've struggled to get to get something out of a box, whether that's like a mobile phone or whatever the case may be. You have to sit there and be like, you know what I mean? With this, you don't need to do that. Then, of course, inside of the box, you get the casing for the Elgato Stream Deck, which is the one that you'll probably be using most of the time. And then you get a USB Type-C to Type-A cable. Now, this is the weirdest USB cable that I've probably ever seen in my life. As you can see, it has a very weird shape, but it has a good reason for having a very weird shape, right? Now, what you do is you take the Elgato Stream Deck, right? You can put it inside of the casing. It just kind of yoinks into place like that. And that is literally it. You can just then put it on your table where you want it to be, and that is literally all you need to do. I love the versatility of it. I love the mobility of it. And I love the fact that even if you don't have a lot of space, you can just take this off and then just like kind of stick this, or like put it wherever you want to put it. You can put it right in front of you if you really want to, and like kind of play with it like a normal keyboard, right? Now the cable, just before we actually take this away, you kind of thread it through the back of the casing like this. And then from there you can plug it in. Boink. And then just put it back inside of the casing. Then you'll see at the, let me just hide behind the Stream Deck for a second here. There we go. You'll see the Elgato logo pop up on the screen, and that is when you have the software closed. The moment you open the software, it'll get better. As you'll see, actually, I should hold it there for like a second, right? It's like a split second. Let me do this. Okay. So if I open the Elgato software, which you can download, by the way, but literally just going to the website, I think all of the Stream Deck software are literally the same thing. It's called Stream Deck. The moment you open it, you'll see a lot of the stuff change. Boop, just like that. And those are some of the presets that I have already built into this thing. Now, one of the coolest features of the Stream Deck is actually coming along in a second. I'll tell you about it right now. Well, as you can see on your screen right now, you have a few pages at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, 2 is kind of my default one. If you go to 1, that's kind of the default that's always on there. But as you also can see, this changes with the Stream Deck itself. It is a very fascinating thing. It kind of like changes live as you change a bunch of different stuff. But this is probably one of the coolest things of the Stream Deck that I absolutely love. This essentially means that if you have a Stream Deck, you have unlimited pages. You don't need one that has like 18 different buttons on it. You literally only need one that has like 5, 6, 7 buttons on it, and it'll work perfectly. Now, moving into the software behind it all. In the Stream Deck software, you'll see on the right side, there's a list of different, I would want to say folders or something, right? This is essentially all the plugins of the Stream Deck. Now, yours might not look as full as mine, but that is because I've downloaded a heckload of plugins just to test out different stuff and see how it works and stuff like that. You'll see like maybe 5, 6 different plugin sets, if you can call it that. And of course, if you want more plugins, you can go to the top of the software and you'll see go to Elgato Marketplace. Now, it's the only one that's actually different colors. So it'll be easy to see. Now you click on that, it'll take you directly to the website where you can just sign in, accept the cookies if you want to accept the cookies, and you'll see plugins, icons, profiles, sounds, music, and screensavers, which is a lot more than you bargained for, isn't it? Now, let's say, for example, you want this audio mute plugin right here, audio mute. You just click on get, you hover over it, you click on get, and then you say open in Streamdeck. That is literally it. From there, you can just say open Streamdeck. It'll open it itself. It showed that it downloaded, and then audio mute plugin installed. It can be found on your actions list. Now, at the bottom, it'll just add everything that you wanted to add right there. So we got the audio devices with all the plugins right there. Now, on the Streamdeck, any of these that are open, you can put it on any one of them. But if you don't want to use that page, you can have multiple options. And this is, like I said, one of my favorite parts of the Streamdeck, because it just shows you that you don't need like a gajillion different buttons on it. If you just had like the first 5, right, it'll still work because you can add more and more pages depending on what you want to do. 5, 6, 7, you can go crazy, right? And not only that, let's say, for example, you're on this page, which is my editing page, kind of, right? You can also add a folder within that button. So you can create the folder, you call it, let's say, for example, mute, right? And then inside of that folder, you have another page. So then you can just add toggle mute, mute, and unmute, for example. Now, every time you press the button mute, and then if you unmute it, obviously it works out pretty much fine. And that is one of the biggest and best things of the Streamdeck that I absolutely love. Now, is this only for streaming? No, it actually isn't. You can use this for a variety of tools. Like I said, I'm using some of it for my Photoshop and video editing softwares. You have DaVinci Resolve, you have just a bunch of different plugins that you can go through. And if you don't even like the icons of the plugins, you can go as far as to get some of the new icons that you can either buy or kind of get it the same way as the plugin. You just hover over it and then say open in Streamdeck. It'll bring up this. You click on open in Streamdeck. And there you go. Now it's downloading the animated GIF pack. And as soon as it has finished, you can go to the notification center and then just click on, it can be found in the icon library, or you can just click on that. It'll open the icon library, and then you can swap out the different icons for different things. Now, let's say, for example, you want to switch any of these with one of the icons that you downloaded from your icon pack. Let's say I want to change the increase volume button icon. I can click on the plus button on the icon itself, and it'll open my icon library. Now, let's say I want to make it the wave button. There we go. Easy as that. If I want to use some of the new animated GIF packs, I can even make it one of those, and it actually is animated, because all the buttons on the Streamdeck itself, it's not just like a static screen or static something. It's an actual LED screen. Every single button is a different LED screen. So you can switch out all of them for essentially anything. And you can have all the information in the world on it if you really, really want to. Well, if you enjoyed this product review, subscribe to the channel and like this video. You just want to keep in mind that this is not a sponsored product review. It was sponsored, but definitely not by Elgato. It was sponsored by a viewer of mine, seeing as it is something that I might need for my streaming. In any case, did you enjoy this? What is your favorite part of the Streamdeck, and do you have one, or are you planning on getting one? Let me know in the comment section down below, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.